Hey, before we get into this episode, I just wanted to pop in here and let you know what it is and give you a little bit of a warning about it. So what this is the first Patreon game that we recorded with Hale, who you would know from the other episode coming out this week, which is kind of why we wanted to drop it now, because it's, back to back with Hale. So this uses the Thirsty Sword lesbian system, and because we recorded it for Patreon, it gets pretty raunchy pretty quickly. So that's why I wanted to just, say, hey, if strong sexual themes aren't kind of your jam, then maybe skip this one. It's totally fine. It's not like it hooks into anything else in the main story. So we just kind of wanted to give this little teaser. And if you like it and you want to see, the rest of it, the entire thing is currently available on our Patreon, which will be linked in the description below. It won't be the edited version. It will be the video. I will be working on releasing these maybe throughout the next couple months or so. This is about an hour of what turned out to be a 4.5-hour recording. So there'll be probably 4 to 5 episodes ish probably over the next couple months edited out. But this will be the only one on the public timeline. We just kind of wanted to throw it out there to show people, what kind of stuff we're going to be recording. And there's actually going to be a small sequel to this, which is different characters and a different system, but it's still going to be the thematic lesbians situation. So enjoy this episode. It's funny as hell. Riley will be getting into, a little bit more about the system at the beginning of the episode here. So with that, enjoy Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Okay, so we are going to start with a little disclaimer. This game uses drugs and crime as the basis for parody. We're in no way condoning meth use nor violent crime. Substance use disorder is a serious illness, and meth is a particularly vicious drug. This story, while it takes place in a real town, is just a reflection of the dying towns many of us grew up in. The places here are real, the struggle in these towns is real, but the people are not, and all of these events are purely a work of fiction. We will be using Thirsty Sword Lesbians to play today. It's powered by the Apocalypse game and uses 2d6 to do every check. A 10 or a higher is called an upbeat in this system, and the player gets to determine how the scene progresses. 7 through 9 is a mixed beat, meaning the player succeeds at what they were attempting, but there is a caveat. And anything 6 and under is called a downbeat, where a complication is introduced or a condition is taken. Upon rolling a downbeat, a character gains 1 XP point, and today it only takes 3 XP to advance in your playbook. Characters gain strings of influence upon one another, as well as NPCs throughout the story. These are opportunities for leverage, romance, or platonic emotional connection. Players can spend their strings to convince a character or NPC to agree with them, get them to do something, learn something from them, or they can save their strings for a string advance where they gain profound insight about the character in question. I'll be rolling no dice. This game is entirely character propelled and focuses on the stories of personal growth, triumph over oppression, and love. And the way combat works is primarily through role-playing. Players can pick from the moves in their playbooks or use their skills like daring, grace, and heart to use any of the basic moves. Things like enticing a character, figuring out a person, fighting, defying disaster, or when they're knocked on their asses, emotionally or otherwise, they will stagger. Progress is made during combat when a player inflicts a condition upon their opponent or has a condition inflicted upon them. Conditions can range from things like anger and fear to guilt and insecurity. The players and I will pick conditions together based on what feels right for the role-playing. Combat's often swordplay, but wits and wiles can be just as sharp when applied correctly. A sufficiently good bon mot will sting just as bad as a sword. And my goal here as the gay master is to not get in their way, but to help the players tell the stories that they want to tell, to give them opportunities for growth, and to push them to make difficult choices. This is my first time running this system, and everybody's first time's playing it, so give us a little grace while we learn this together. So, our view pans over the main street of a little Missouri town called Bonne Terre, which is an obvious misnomer, as this is clearly not the good part of the earth. This is a lead mining town with no mine and no lead. The main street is bleached with age and pockmarked with potholes and weeds. The town is entirely surrounded by vast tracts of farmland and oak forest, although none of it is lush. The houses are in ill repair and the storefronts are mostly empty. Everything seems to be falling apart. The entire town is quite like that. What liveliness remains seems to be in spite of this blanket of misery. Southeast Missouri is not a happy place to be in this year of our Lord, 1998. Currently, St. Francois County is in third place in the race to be named the methamphetamine capital of America. Mabel Holt, the incidental meth queenpin of Bonne Terre, and her arch nemesis, the Russian mob-funded Nastya Volkova, are doing a damn good job of ensuring they'll climb the ranks next year. Middle America and its deserted highways are the perfect place to run copious amounts of ice from nigh undetectable rural labs to cities like St. Louis and Kansas City, where they can be distributed far beyond the boonies to places with real money. The Russians are a recent addition to town. They only moved in over the last year to capitalize on the incredibly profitable meth market that has developed here. Whether it be due to police incompetence or a soaring addiction rate, we find ourselves in a town that is simply tired, apathetic to the problem, and overrun. It seems like nearly everyone in Bonne Terre with any money has their finger in the pie. So we find ourselves at a crossroad in fair Bonne Terre where we lay our scene. So, hi Matt, introduce me to Nellie Cortez.
So, Nellie Cortez, she is what some may call a Spitfire. She is, as I wrote, small but feisty. She is 5'4". She is wearing a large camo jacket. Underneath it is a black Lynyrd Skynyrd crop top, tight black jeans, and a beanie a maroon beanie with a Missouri State bear on the front, covering her shoulder blade length brown hair. She is currently in the driver's seat of her Sword, a 1998 Dodge Ram SRT-10, a black lifted truck with a Dodge Viper engine. You can see the diesel fumes coming out the custom like semi exhaust, and of course it is a lifted truck with flame decals. And Nellie is currently driving through the main streets of Bonne Terre, as she does, at incredible speed with slim to no regard for any sort of traffic markers.
Sounds about right for Nellie. So what is it about her that makes her such a scoundrel?
She is an adrenaline junkie. So she is one of the few people in this town who is not addicted to meth. She tried it once and it really didn't do it for her. She prefers like the less, I guess, addictive substances. So Coke, 5-Ans, Adderall, whatever kind of stimulant she can get her hand on. But meth is just, it's too heavy for her. So she is an adrenaline junkie and she goes from place to place, basically doing whatever she thinks may give her that next hit of adrenaline. So whether it be drug running, whether it be gun running, whether it be doing some illicit night hunting in the woods with her brother Brad, she's just kind of all over the board, man.
Sweet. All right, we'll circle back to you and what you were doing in that truck here in a minute.
Donuts in the Taco John's parking lot currently.
Heard. Hi, Hale. Introduce me to Clarice.
Clarice Jekyll is she's kind of a dirtbag. I love her to death. She blew in from out of town about 5 years ago, stepped off the bus and physically ran into who I'm sure we will have to deal with at some point, Diesel, who very quickly became a roommate, possibly love interest, and dealer for her. She's a tall woman, probably 6'1", 6'2", and I wouldn't say stacked per se, but you wouldn't want to fuck with her in a bar. She wears sturdy biker pants and a leather jacket it's cut to be styled like plate armor. It has those overlapping sheets of leather. She rides a probably equally fast through town, rides a World War II era Harley Davidson Liberator, still in its original paint job.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
All right. So what makes Clarice tick?
So Clarice, she's enamored by the idea of being enamored. So whenever she finds something that she's attached to, whether that's a new TV show, a person, any idea that she can latch onto, she latches on very hard with absolute and utter devotion, and that's why her playbook is The Devoted. So she is just hardwired to get addicted and obsessed to everything she does.
Understood. All right. Hi, Kyle.
Hello.
Introduce me to Bo.
So, Bo lives in a junkyard. She owns the junkyard, fortunately, which makes it, convenient that she lives there. She's, probably 5'9", 5'10", pretty built, being as she is the Beast playbook. She has black hair that's usually tied up in a pretty tight knot to stay out of her way when she's, working on cars, tearing them apart for their component parts to sell, or working the machinery. She's got, it used to be like a black leather jacket, but it's had the sleeves remodeled to be a vest. Nothing underneath it, just the vest, and then some absolutely shredded jeans and some combat boots.
Okay, so just to confirm, your tits are fully hanging out of this leather vest, or?
Well, it's closed. It's a closed vest, but otherwise.
Perfect. Understood. I just wanted to clarify just her, my own
it's got like, that anime thing where like clothes just stick to the body.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like even though it looks open, it just never moves.
Yeah. Physics aren't real here.
It's that situation. Yep.
My tits are fully hanging out of this leather vest, but I have the sleeves on it still and no tits.
Yeah, so her motivations are generally, she will smoke anything, take anything. She just wants whatever the next high is going to be. If it can be eaten, smoked, or shot up, she'll do it.
So does Bo see herself as a beast, or is that kind of how she's portrayed by the people in her life?
I feel like it didn't start that way, but she has accepted the role, and she sort of uses it to maintain security. She knows that nobody in town's really gonna fuck with her junkyard because they're more scared of her than they are her dog.
Fair. And tell me about your dog. Just,
Oh, my boy Remy. He's just such an old Rottweiler. He's like 18 years old. He's got no teeth left, but he's a sweetheart unless you're anybody but Bo, in which case he's not a sweetheart.
Yeah, well, most people in this town don't have any teeth left by 18, so it's only fitting that he also doesn't.
True. Yeah. Yep.
And last but not least, Niall, introduce me to Z.
Okay, so Z, yes, she's about 5'10", 5'11", quite lanky frame. She has like an overcoat on all times, but like a hooded overcoat, and the hood's always up. Doesn't matter if it's like -3 or 60 degrees, she's always got that hood up. She's got like long, light brown hair with like a blonde ombre in it. I learnt that word for this.
I'm proud of you.
I remember that. Aww.
She always has a mask on, and it's very techie for the year. It has like different faces that come up when she speaks and stuff. She's wearing cargos and sneakers and like fingerless gloves, and for some reason she always has a deck of cards like in her hand.
Sweet. So, Zephyr has kind of had a fall from grace recently. What was it that she did that got her disowned and exiled?
So her father owns a semi-prestigious building company, and one fateful evening, Z was at the office after her dad has left, and her father's secretary, Savannah, was there, and we'll just say one thing led to another, and a couple of days later, somebody saw on the security footage what the two of them did in her father's office, and he did not take kindly to that.
I have just one more question. Fingerless gloves on or off?
Always on.
That's a yikes for me. All right.
She didn't want to release the sweaty palms. She's had them on all day. You're not going to take them off in the moment of lovemaking, let's be honest.
You know what? That's a fair point. What do I have that could possibly add to that mental image? Let's circle back to talk about what Nellie is up to. So, you're doing donuts in the Taco John's parking lot, right?
I sure am.
Okay, sweet. Well, I think you're doing donuts when you're on your way to go hang out with Erica, your childhood love and the one who definitely got away.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So, as you head over, what are you sort of thinking and feeling?
So, Erica is one of the very few people that is able to see through Demon's kind of like live fast, die young attitude, and see the person who Nellie Cortez actually is. So I think, as is always the case when Demon goes to hit up Erica, even if it's just for like, spare parts or to take a look at the truck, whatever it may be, I think she is just blasting music out of the 8-track player in the SRT, just trying to kind of quiet her mind.
Sweet. Makes sense. So, like, when you pull up, what is it? Where are you pulling up to? Like, what do you see? Is this like a garage? Is it Erica's place? Like, tell me about it.
So, I think Erica's place is one of the nicer buildings in Bonne Terre. I think when she moved back, she got, it was a decent amount of money from her job. And, coming back to take care of her mother, she just kind of moved her mom and probably any of the family that's still there into this custom built house. It's definitely the newest construction in Bonne Terre. It's kind of out of the way, and it has this really long driveway. It's like a big gated property, and Erica put in the gate specifically so that it could be like a little like fuck you to where she came from. Like, yeah, look at me, I'm fancy, I have a gate. So it has one of those like garage boxes. I was about to say Ring cameras, but we're in the late 90s. So I think Demon kind of like drifts into the collection area before the gate and buzzes in.
Yeah. The gate opens. There's no like voice box.
Fanfare.
Yeah, no fanfare, no announcement or anything. You're very clearly expected here. So you pull up. It's beautiful property, especially considering where you're at.
Yeah.
And you know that Erica's expecting you at the garage, which the garage door is wide fucking open. It is hot as hell out here. It's like end of July, beginning of August, probably like 95 degrees Fahrenheit, which I don't know what it is for you, Niall, and Celsius, but it's hot as fuck and it's humid as fuck.
30,
hot as balls.
Yes, chef, hot as motherfucking balls. It's just vile out. You're like practically swimming through this.
Yeah, so Demon leaves the jacket in the car and walks into the garage. And she just kind of like knocks on the side of it loudly enough to where she will make herself known to Erica.
Yeah, and Erica is in the garage just like fully sweating her ass off as she's like digging into the engine bay of an old Mustang, and not like super vintage, but like a Fox body, like mid-80s Mustang.
I think Demon just kind of like walks up and sticks her head in there, and she's just like, that could probably use a new camshaft.
She looks up. She's a little startled. Who are you to tell me what to do to my car? You're the one that turned that thing into a demon out there.
All right. I know my way around a car. Especially, God, you got a Fox body? Come on, man.
Look, you worry about yourself.
Hey, I just walked in here. I'm just trying to hang out. I'm just trying to see my bestie and maybe give her some advice on a new project. And this is what I get.
A new project? Another new project? What do you want me to do this time?
No, I'm saying, no, this time I'm going to help you. You got this going around.
You're going to help me? All right.
Yeah.
Sit down. Grab a soda or something. It's hot as fuck out.
Don't need to ask me twice. She goes into I assume there's like a fridge out in the garage.
Oh yeah, of course. It's like one of those ancient fridges.
Goes in, grabs 2 beers, throws one to Erica.
Yeah, and Erica will take it from you and crack it in a very practiced way. And she's, I don't know, what does she look like? I mean, this is the girl that you've been besotted with your entire life. What is it about her that has you by the balls, so to speak?
She is gorgeous. She is 5'8", has this beautiful flowing red hair, like is curvy in the perfect ways. What does she usually wear? She also, since moving back, when she's working, she is just like, I mean, you look at her and it's like outside of the initial, like, she's way too pretty to be in a town like this. She wears the same stuff that she wore growing up. Very similar to what Demon has on, I imagine. Some kind of like a tight crop top, some like work pants with that are like breathable, but yet have enough pockets for like a wrench or, whatever you need. She has like an oil stained towel sticking out of what is essentially, I said a crop top. It's a sports bra.
Yeah, and that fully tracks. It's so fucking hot out, and she is so fucking hot. It's hard to keep your eyes off of her. But is there anything in particular that you're trying to chat Erica up about, or are you just here to hang out and enjoy her company?
I think Demon is probably just there to hang out. I know that they're like, Demon will definitely do errands for Erica, so just kind of like, as she gets there, just enjoying the time with Erica, but if anything comes up, she can go from like pleasure to business, per se.
Yeah. You think maybe after you've been sitting there for like an hour or so, just shooting the shit, the phone starts to ring, and Erica goes to answer it, and she looks obviously like a little concerned, and she passes you the phone. It's for you, and she looks pretty pissed.
Okay, and Demon grabs phone.
And you would recognize this voice immediately as the voice of Mabel Holt, who is, the meth queenpin who you often work for in a informal capacity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're always driving jobs for her, and she has a hookup on the good drugs. She's probably the one that you would talk to if you need to get anything special. I have a job for you. Pays real big.
How big we talking?
Look, Effie ran off with that pretty little Russian slut, and I'm making a move. They can't just fuck with my family like that, especially not after they just stole Six Burner. And you would know Six Burner is Mabel's sword. It's named after the Six Burner gas barbecue she uses to cook meth on.
Damn, I love that. I think Nellie takes a second and she's like, all right, I could do something. Is this, we getting a team together, or this is solo?
Yeah, I'm pulling a few people together, but just get over here. Now, preferably.
All right, on my way.
And as you hang up, you see Erica is just looking at you with disdain. She does not love that you associate with the rabble-rousers in town. So you're going, huh?
I mean, what else am I going to do in this town?
It's all right. I get it. And you can tell it's not all right, and she doesn't get it. But
I've had this conversation before. It's a trap. It's a trap.
yeah, it's always a trap.
Look, I go where the wind takes me, and this is my next move. I mean, it's not like I'm hooked on the stuff.
You are always off doing God knows what with God knows who. Sometimes I just wish.
Because it's fun, Erica.
Doesn't matter. Go, have fun.
I think Demon knows when Erica gets like this, which is more and more since Demon has been, doing this kind of running. She knows better than to just push things. She's like, all right, look, once I get paid, you, me, what if we took a weekend? What if we went out to the big city?
We'll see.
You keep talking about keep talking about St. Louis like it's this crazy, I don't know. I've never seen it. Let's go do it. You and me.
Maybe. I'm pissed at you right now, to be totally honest. I don't think you should be involved with Mabel Holt and all of that bullshit. You know how terrible that shit she's into is.
I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You always are fine, but other people get hurt, and that's your fucking problem, is that everybody always get hurt when they're around you.
As you said,
It's fine. Go have fun. Go have fun. Go do whatever it is that Mabel's trying to get you to do. Go have fun. We'll talk.
See you next weekend for this. All right. Demon has been trying to like get a word in, like crack a smile, but Erica is obviously not having that. So,
yeah.
All right, fine then.
Erica seems like she may be tired of Nelly Demon Cortez's shit.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, Demon is just going to get in the car and drive over to Mabel's.
Yeah. With that, let's see what Clarice is up to. Hi Clarice. That's really nice.
That's definitely it.
We find you with the things in this world that you love the most. Your occasional special lady friend, Diesel, a meth pipe in your hand, and your motorcycle parked outside of the burned out diner on the edge of town that Diesel cooks meth in.
There's no place like home, baby. There's no place like home.
I assume you're just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, we're, just hanging out. Just girly things.
Yeah,
meth,
of course. Meth.
Scissoring.
Well, who am I to deny you a good time?
Probably definitely that first one. I don't know about the second one.
Definitely the first one.
Definitely the first one. Yeah, no, I think Clarice definitely just got back. She has not been home for very long right now because she spent most of the day. Hello. Sorry, I blacked out for a second there. Fuck was I saying? Oh, right. She tends to take a couple of spins around town on Lone Star, her motorcycle.
Naturally.
Most days, just to keep an eye out for those fucking Russians.
Yeah, it makes sense that that's how she fills her time. I'm sure Diesel keeps her busy with odd jobs and favors and other favors and the meth.
Some other favors. And
yeah, a lot of favors, not a lot in return. But, you're roommates, so that's cool, at least. Get to occasionally...
I do have to pay for that one. But...
Yeah, what is rent like here in Bonne Terre when you're renting a back room of a diner with no running water?
Rent? In 1998?
$150 a month?
I don't care how high it is. It's better than I'm paying right now. Fuck.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so you're throwing Diesel maybe $50 a month, and in return, you're getting to see some hot girls' titties and a lot of meth, which is cool.
Yeah, both good things. Both good things that are normal, regular things to want.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not here to deny anybody a good time, but tell me about how you kind of met Diesel when you rolled into town. Like, what were the circumstances that got you so hooked on the girl and on the drug?
So when Clarice came to town, she had absolutely nothing. She had the clothes on her back and a couple of bags. So she didn't really have a whole lot of options per se for prospects. She didn't know what the situation was. She had never been here. She didn't know anyone here. That was kind of the point. And that it's, a dead-end town that nobody goes to at this point in our story. I don't know. Hey, if you're from Bonne Terre and we're there in 1998, sorry.
No, I think this is very accurate. I did a lot of research. Bonne Terre in 1998, fucking terrible shithole. Yeah. If you're from there, I looked at what the Family Fun Center looks like. I know how bleak things are. Don't fucking at me.
Fuck. But yes, so she bumped into Diesel, and Diesel was out doing some, how do I put this? Some entrepreneurial activities, some
little fun and flirty
some
meth
door
salesmanship.
knocking, some sales, trade shows,
As one does.
what have you. I mean, when you're just sharing the corner with someone, I don't know if you can call it a trade show, but you did.
I think you can make a case for it.
And she pretty immediately, just based on the first couple flirts with Clarice, I think Diesel knew, like, oh, I can use this one. And so Clarice was whisked away to free housing for just help me out on the side, and you'll have a good roommate to keep you company, and that was all that Clarice needed to get started. And then once you had the meth thrown into the mix as well, very addictive personality, a substance, and a live-in provider for that substance, I mean, the snowball just keeps going.
Oh yeah, that's such a winning combination when it comes to taking advantage of someone, and Diesel is fucking rolling in it now.
Oh yes. Now, I will say one of those bags that Clarice came to town in, and this may have been part of the reason that Diesel kept her around when she didn't necessarily keep anyone else, is that it was just fucking loaded with cash, like stacks, like racks.
Interesting.
And to this day, even Diesel does not know where that came from. She refuses to say anything about it to anyone ever. She'll just change the subject.
Oh, that makes sense. If I had any amount of money in this town, I wouldn't want anybody to know where I got it either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we'll learn more about that at some point, or maybe not. I guess it's really up to Clarice. But when we find you two hanging out in Smokies, the burned out diner on the edge of town, what are you guys chatting about? How do you and Diesel pass the time when it's just the two of you?
I think Diesel does most of the direction in the conversation. Clarice is a very bold person, generally speaking, but around Diesel, she just kind of melts, a bit fawn-like in a way.
Yeah, that's very fair. I think
they mostly just talk about Diesel, to answer your question.
Yeah, I think Diesel is, as usual, just dominating the conversation. And I think she's probably been ranting about how pissed off she is about the Russian situation in town. Ever since the Holt girl and that little Russian whore, as Mabel Holt refers to her as, ran off together, the violence has been escalating. 3 more bullet holes. I'm starting to get freaked out, and that's saying something. I usually ain't afraid of jack shit. Those Russian bitches, they had me thinking I should get out of town.
Worry not, love. I'll handle this.
Look,
Rest thy head and take thy time. I will make amends of this situation.
You are always so fucking dramatic. Look, Mabel called me earlier. I meant to say something about it earlier. I don't know if I said anything or not. She said she's trying to get some people together to hunt them all down or something. Sure would be a big ol' favor if you helped her take care of it for me. Maybe,
Ask not but twice, my love. I am off, and I will get it done.
Good. They're meeting at the Family Fun Center. You had better get going, because Mabel said noon. Just tell her I sent you.
As I shall. She quickly gets up and gets her shit together and gets the fuck out
Yeah,
of the
Diesel
house.
will slap you on the ass and put a plastic baggie in your hand with like a fat rock in it before sending you on your merry way.
For sinning.
Yeah, and the baggie is clearly like the cut plastic corner of a cigarette pack that she's sealed with a lighter. Just in case anybody was wondering.
God, she's so hot.
Fucking
Yeah.
vibe.
Kyle, what is Bo up to right at this very moment?
Bo is currently sitting in one of the magnet lifts, lifting the scrap of an old 82 Chevy Tahoe into the crusher,
Lovely.
just for the hell of it.
Oh God, who doesn't love putting stuff in a car crusher just for the hell of it? These are such degenerate meth activities you're up to.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like, so you know, like the sign on the side that says like do not operate well under like intoxication or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like ripped off the don't on those signs.
Yeah, that tracks. I was actually just about to ask, is Bo high right now or is she sober?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just fully tweaking.
Well, I feel like she has like a baseline that she runs throughout most of the day. Like she's never truly sober, but she's like, you know, do some blow, maybe, you know, drink some weed, fucking smoke some weed, just, you know, keep the edge off a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. A good old hillbilly speedball. Sweet. Well, I think as you are fucking around with your car crusher and magnet lift, you hear like the really shrill, loud sound of the phone popping off in your shop. And it's just gonna ring repeatedly. Somebody is 100% trying to get through to you right now, and it's super annoying. Remy is actually losing his fucking mind about it. He's like fully pacing.
I feel like that's really more what she hears in the like the cage.
Yeah.
Because it's so loud, but she hears Remy barking, and he's usually barks when either somebody shows up or the phone rings.
Yeah.
So she'll shut things down and hop out and head back into the shop. It's boys at a shack.
Yeah? How shacky are we talking?
Oh, there's holes and gaps in every surface.
Yeah?
It's not great.
Nice.
There's like a 15-year-old mattress just on the floor.
Solid. We love that. What is the calendar of, by the way? I mean, clearly she has one of those like janky, horrible shop calendars.
Hooters Girls.
It's what?
1998 was peak Hooters calendar.
Hooters calendar 1998. Jot that down. We will be referencing that later.
I need to Google something really quick.
Yeah,
On an
I
unrelated
fully.
I was in 1998. I was 7, and I remember my dad had the Hooters calendar and the Hooters deck of cards.
Oh man.
So
That's it. I've
What?
got
Clock
the Hooters
on.
deck of cards. That's it.
Yeah, done. Oh my
Internet
god.
Archive has the whole thing.
Okay, I think this is
Shout out to
outside
Internet
Discord real
Archive. The
Yeah,
best
this
people
is-
on the internet.
incredibly important.
yeah, what month is it?
It is
specifically
July
right now?
or August. I guess we'll decide the month based on which girl is hotter. Thoughts?
All right.
I've got no complaints. I will think objectively as Z.
Okay, July or August.
My Google search is going to be like,
I'm just gonna
Fucked
drop
after
these
this.
in the Discord for you
Yes,
guys.
please,
I already
dear
got
God.
it.
Yeah.
Baby, chill. I got you.
What month is this? They don't have months on the pictures.
Just assume that the number is what month it is.
All right.
Hooters, y'all gotta chill out. All right, so there's July. So July is like,
I believe it's these two.
to explain this, July.
Oh, it's absolutely August. Bonnie Jill.
Yeah, no, we're.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with that.
100% August.
Yeah, okay. It's August 2nd. Congratulations, everyone. Bonnie Jill, wherever you are, I hope you're doing well and that you still look like that. Shit, where were we? Okay. So, Bo, your phone is fucking ringing off the hook. Your Hooters calendar is in August. Your mattress is on the floor, and your dog is going fucking nuts.
Yeah. Bo will walk over and pick up the phone and go, Bonterra Municipal Junkyard, how can I help you?
You also immediately recognize the voice on the other end of the line as Maple Holt, which is weird because usually when she calls, it's because she like needs something from you or is trying to get Demon a car part, for free, or she wants you to come scare the shit out of some asshole that owes her money, or maybe even just stand outside the door for a while she makes a deal. I don't think you typically would ask questions because she pays well enough, but you can hear like some panic in her voice, and she is usually not a panicky person. You sure you ain't seen it? It's black. The Firebird? Effie's car.
Why would I have seen Effie's car? She hasn't been around here lately today.
Fine. How about my sword? You seen that?
I ain't seen Six Burner. What? Why would I have seen that? I've been here all day.
Because everything ends up at your fucking shop, Bo. Whatever. Just come by my place in like an hour. I'm getting a little group together to track him down. There'll be something real nice in it for you if you come through right. A pound of something if you catch my drift.
All right. Let me just take care of Remy and I'll be over.
Great. And she hangs up without another word. So do you have a vehicle or are you fucking hoofing it to the Family Fun Center?
Shit. Bertha rides a bike.
Clapped out too
Describe
It's
it
the
to
only
me.
thing she can't scratch.
It's got a basket.
It's like a fucking 96 Huffy.
Tone, tan, fit, and ready. Here comes Bill. On a fucking bike.
All right, yeah, okay. I love this so much.
Yeah, so she's just gonna put Remy out back on his brick chain so he doesn't get away.
Yeah.
And buy his bowl of food in his little hut back there and hop on her Huffy and start pedaling away.
Beautiful. I would say that's a solid 3-mile bike ride for you, by the way. So by the time you get there, you'll be fully...
It's like 10 minutes,
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah. All right.
What speeds are you getting to do 3 miles in 10 minutes?
20 miles an hour.
Yeah, she is on an incredible amount of methamphetamine. I imagine that gives her...
Also, have you seen a Huffy is like a kid's bike. It's tiny.
Yeah, I'm imagining you are
Its
like
wheels are like 15
standing
inches
up.
around.
Yeah, this is good. This is so good. What color is the bike, by the way?
It used to be blue, but now it's just bare metal.
Hell yeah.
All right, Miss Parks.
Aye.
I think you're probably hanging out at the Placid Pines Motorhome Park, which is like pretty much where everybody who doesn't have land or a business lives. I mean, it's like definitely better than dilapidated houses that are on Main Street. I mean, other than like the crime and the meth and the fist fights and the loud barking dogs and the screaming kids and all the random junk that's just like in the middle of the road all the time. But it's super chill. And this is often where you perform your little magic shows and run your little scams, huh?
Oh yeah, every chance Z gets, you know, if it's conning some dude out of some cash at a bar or, you know, going door to door with fake sales adverts. Like, have you seen this Hoover? It's a great Hoover. It's only $99.99 for this 1 month. You know,
Yeah.
that sort of shit all the time.
Napoleon Dynamite Tupperware
Yeah.
ass shit.
Oh yeah. What's a scam she's running today? Just out of curiosity.
I think she bought some really shit toaster ovens, like proper janky. You turn them on, like the front pops off, like, you know. She's got one work.
You blow a fuse.
She's got one working one that she's doing a demonstration with.
Lovely.
But like, she's going around all the easy targets, you know, the old women, the single mums, like everybody who needs something that she knows needs something. She's going to those trailers first.
Yeah, of course. And I think you're probably, I don't know, maybe even at the trailer next door to yours, just because it's convenient for me to have you there so that you can hear the phone when it inevitably rings. And this woman, she is one of the single moms in the trailer park, and you know she lives a hard Scrabble hand-to-mouth sort of life. I mean, she works at the only gas station in town, and it's only part-time, and so most of what she has is because of, you know, creative use of food stamps and her doing odd jobs. But this toaster oven, she really loves it, and she especially loves that you're offering her a discount. I mean, $50, that's great, especially with the gas being cut out again. You're just the sweetest thing looking out for us like this. You know, all the ladies in town will be around this weekend for the Pyrex party. They sure would love to get their hands on these. You said you had more, right?
Oh my god. You do not know. I have 33 of these things in my trailer here. I can get you as many as you need.
Perfect. The party is on Thursday. It'll be over at Bonnie's trailer, actually. Just drop on by whenever, and I'll make sure that everybody's there so they can hear about these.
You know it. What time are we doing this soiree?
3. And with that, you hear the phone ringing in your own trailer. Actually, I have a really quick question. Does Z like who she is? Before we have to answer the phone.
That's a deep question.
Heavy question.
You know, you're scamming really poor people out of their money. So, do you like who you are?
I feel like this is all she's known. I feel like she's seen her dad scam so many people out of land and stuff like that. So it's just sort of part of life. She doesn't particularly like it, but you know, you got to do what you got to do to make money in this trailer park. So
No, I was just curious. I think it's an interesting moral position that Z is in, even compared with all of our other interesting characters. All right, so you hear the phone ringing in your trailer next door. What's your trailer like?
I feel like it looks dingy as fuck from the outside. You know, like bullet holes, scorch marks from where the barbecues just fell over and lit a bit of it alight, and you know, like those brown mesh windows like never look clean. But when you walk inside, it's an absolute. I'm going to use an absolutely outdated term. And it's full-on out of an Austin Powers movie. It's a shag pad.
Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. So
Goals.
I'm assuming shag carpeting, floor, and walls. What color?
Oh yeah, hot pink, 100%
Hot pink shag carpeting, floors, and walls.
Yeah.
Is it crusty?
My eyes.
Any of that
Oh, no.
wood paneling?
She keeps all the good shit. She got that steam cleaner last month. She sold all the ones that blow up for no reason. But hers works, so that's a bonus.
Meticulously shampooed.
What about the wood paneling? So is it like wood paneling base and then shag high ceilings, or like high walls, or is it the inverse?
It's bottom half of the wall, shag carpet, dado rail, classy wallpaper up the rest.
Okay.
Love heart-shaped
love
bed
this.
in the corner.
Yep.
33-inch.
Does it have a coin-operated vibration feature?
Oh, she
I
like out
think
of
it
those
has
old
to.
motels?
She
Yeah.
rigged it so you shouldn't have to put a coin in it. 33-inch Panasonic with its fat back.
Yep.
And it has a VHS like reader in it.
Yeah. Oh, living fucking large.
Living like Larry, my god.
Yeah, this is hot. This is a pussy magnet. If I've ever heard about a double wide pussy magnet, it would be this.
It's what I'm aiming for.
I actually had that sentence on my bingo card for the day, double wide pussy magnet, so thank you for letting me get
You're
that
very
one
welcome.
out. All right, so phone's ringing. If you don't answer it the first time, it's just gonna keep ringing.
I feel like she still stood outside, and then she just sort of huffs because she knows it's going to be somebody wanting some shit, or she owes somebody money, or it's somebody saying that they're going to come and kill her in the middle of the night. You know, one of the several usual things that she gets calls about.
Absolutely. And if on the third try you still haven't answered, one of your neighbors screams, "Answer the goddamn phone!" from their trailer. Apparently noise carries here.
Oh my god, Clarence, shut your fucking mouth. I'm getting to it. Then she'll walk in, pick up the phone. Yeah, what do you want?
And you would recognize the voice of Mabel Holt. She's someone that you've done like odd jobs for before. I don't know. I don't think you do like a lot with her just because you are kind of a loner, but you definitely partied with her younger sister Effie. She went just about as hard as you did. So I think you probably know Effie more than you know Mabel.
Okay.
But it's not like unheard of for Mabel to call you. Don't hang up. I need you. And I'm paying before you ask.
How much?
Look, we'll talk about it when you get here, but it's the Russians. That little whore ran off with Effie, and that bitch Nastia took my fucking sword.
Where?
The Family Fun Center. Where the fuck else would I be? And she
Ow.
hangs up.
Bitch? I love her.
She knows fully well that having any sort of conversation with you will just end in an argument. So she just hangs up before you can give her the fucking sass.